Welcome back to the Blind and Beyond radio show. This is your host, Michael. Phone number to call in is 407-894-1680. And we have a guest right now, Lynn.
Yeah, we do, and this is really fun
Judy.
and exciting.
Introduce her.
We have on the air our friend Judy Mathews, who is the Adult Services Supervisor at Lighthouse Central Florida in Orlando. Hey, Judy.
Hey, Judy.
Hey, guys. Hey, Michael. Hey, Lynn. How you doing?
Hey, Judy.
Hey, Charles.
Judy, this is Deja Vu.
Yeah.
It is. Glad to be on. Thanks for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
It's our pleasure. Before we get started with Judy Mathews, I have to explain something to the listening audience. The day we were going to Lighthouse to talk to them about me, because I just found out, a couple weeks before I went about being blind, I met Judy Mathews. Remember, we were out in the street.
I do remember.
At the bowling alley, right?
At the bowling alley.
Sachet.
Yeah, and that was the first. She was the first blind person I ever met.
And I said, "What is that woman doing? She's taking the harness off the dog, and the dog knows where to go poopy in the grass." And I said, "Wow, that's amazing." We went over and introduced ourselves.
Yeah, and she was the first blind person I ever met.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Lighthouse, and then I learned about using a cane.
Let's let Judy talk.
So, Judy, our pleasure to have you aboard. Now we're going to listen to
4
you.
years ago, she was on the air
now
with
we're going to
us.
listen to
Wow.
Judy Mathews.
Thank you. So I'm here to talk a little bit about the services that Lighthouse provides. Just to give you a little bit of background, I've been at Lighthouse Central Florida for going on 13 years.
Wow.
I started there as an
Wow.
intern in 2003, and here I am. And I love what I do because I know that it makes a difference and it changes lives, and it's just a great opportunity to be able to play a small part in that. I am totally blind, and so is my husband, Casey, who actually teaches technology skills at the Lighthouse as well. And Lighthouse provides rehabilitation services in Orange, Osceola, and Seminole County at no cost to the client. So rather than me just sit here and tell you we provide this and this and this, I'd like to tell you a little story, if I may, about my experience today, our experience, and that will
Great.
give you a little bit better understanding of the services that we provide.
Great.
So I'm not sure if any of you guys are familiar with the, I'm sure I'm going to slaughter this, but Palashik Museum in Winter Park.
Yes.
I used to say Polisek, but I heard today that I was saying it wrong all along. They have an exhibit, which unfortunately today was the last day. It was called Sight Unseen, and you were able to go through and touch all the artwork. The artists were all local artists. There were about 40 pieces of art there, and it was all tactual. There were braille labels on the artwork, or next to the artwork, to tell you who the artist was and the name of the piece, etc. And so I had heard about it and was really interested in checking it out. So this morning I woke up and I thought, I didn't call ahead to see, what the hours are, and I didn't have any information. So I started with just going on the website and just looking around. I actually found an article from the Orlando Sentinel. So here I had to use my technology skills on my computer and my iPhone. Being that I'm blind, I don't use the screen. I use what they call a screen reader, so I was able to listen to the information. I found out the address, found out the times of the exhibit. Next, I had to find out what the heck bus I needed to catch to get there. So I had to call links, and I could have done it online, but I wanted to call and talk to someone. So here I used my telephone skills to reach them, and then I also needed my note-taking skills to take down the information somehow that they were giving me. So to write it down, record it, whatever I chose to do. So I found out that I needed to take 2 buses and the times. So, of course, I had to figure out, I had to have a way of telling time to know what time I needed to be at the bus stop, etc. Very important. I also, of course, needed to have good orientation and mobility skills in the first place to be able to travel where I needed to. I use a guide dog. His name is Keats. He's my second dog, and he's awesome. But he is not a GPS, so I have to have the orientation skills to direct him to let him know where I need to go. Moving on, so I had to use my kitchen safety skills to prepare breakfast, get out there to the bus stop on time, of course, self-advocacy skills to figure out that I was actually getting on the correct bus, figure out, make sure that the driver let me know where I needed to get off. I also used a GPS that I have and an iPhone app. My husband was using his iPhone to, there's an app called Move It, and it is spelled Moovit, and it is a free app, and it tells you what bus stops you need. You put in an address, and it gives you the route and gives you the number of bus stops that you will be passing and what stop you need to, what intersection you'll be getting off at, etc. So it's pretty neat, a good combination of things that we used to know where to get off. So we went downtown, then caught the 102, got off where we needed to. Of course, I had found out from links which direction I needed to go to the museum, but here again, had to use my self-advocacy skills to kind of ask around as you went. And of course, we got a lot of over there's too, but we got a lot of good information as well, because we knew the direction that we needed to go, but we'd never been to this museum. So fast forward to, we made it there, had to, again, use advocacy skills to let the person know there what we would need. And we, of course, the art was labeled in Braille, but there was no Braille or audio for the descriptions of the pieces, which was pretty awesome stuff, and we didn't want to miss it. So we asked if there was someone that could read us the descriptions. And between two of the staff people at the Palacic Museum, they were awesome, Elizabeth and Denise. They both made sure that we got all the descriptions and all the information that we needed. It was pretty awesome. And so, of course, used my Braille skills there to access the names of the pieces, the names of the artists, etc., to access the correct restroom, all that fun stuff. Of course, we used our good mobility skills to backtrack to make sure we were got back to where we needed to. Problem-solving skills when the sidewalk curved a different way, and it's sometimes it's a little different getting back than heading the other way. So, but we made it to the restaurant where we wanted to have dinner, and used our, of course, money skills to be able to pay for our meal, to be able to leave the correct tip and all that. Of course, our good dining skills, because we all know that sometimes when we lose vision, we're not as excited about going out to eat anymore because we're self-conscious, because we make a mess, because we're just not feeling that not feeling as confident. And these are all things that I'm mentioning here. These are all things that we address in independent living skills or technology class or Braille class or mobility. Of course, we had to find Starbucks, because anybody that knows me knows that if there's a Starbucks nearby, we're going there. So we went and had to use our technology skills again to, because we decided to take Uber back. If anybody's not familiar with Uber, it's a great service. The app is very accessible, whether you use a screen reader or screen magnifier on your phone, and it's a great way to get around safely. And so we had to, get our Uber, self-advocate again, because we had to let the driver know that here we are outside of the Starbucks at the corner of Park and lineman, but we're not going to see you because we're blind, so can you please let us know when you get here, yada, yada. So, and here we are. And so if you're sitting here thinking, wow, I don't think I could ever do that stuff. It's overwhelming, it's too much. It didn't happen overnight. This training is training that we've had throughout our lives, and it's training that we feel is so important for you to be able to get back to doing the things that you want to do. And it doesn't, like I said, it's a little bit at a time. If you are sitting here thinking, wow, I don't even know where to start, just come to Lighthouse. Just give us a call. We can help you figure out what services you need. We can help you figure out what you'd like to do, because we're here to not to tell you what to do or take over. We're going to walk beside you and work together with you to meet your goals. If you are somebody that has been through Lighthouse classes and you're saying, oh, I was there a few years ago, but I really didn't continue to use the skills, because it's huge. When you acquire these skills, you have to continue to practice them and put them, reinforce what you've learned. That's a huge part of it. It's not just going to happen. So if you're one of those people that has taken classes in the past, please feel free to call us. Don't be embarrassed. We're here for you, and we would love to help you get where you need to as far as your skills. It could be also that your living situation changed, that your vision changed. So we're here for you. Just give us a call. If you're a family member of somebody who is blind or visually impaired, and you're not sure that person's going to want to come, you guys can come and take a visit and take a tour, learn a little about us. You don't have to, decide that you're going to come and take all these classes. If you're not sure, just come learn about us. We'd love to do what we can to help you out. So, Lynn, Michael, how much time do I have left?
You have 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh!
Actually, you had a caller too, and I had to just tell the caller that you only had a short segment today. So I just wanted you to have the whole time for yourself. Yeah.
Oh gosh! Well, I mean, if there is a question, I'd love to answer it. That was pretty much all I had. I just wanted to.
Well,
but see, Judy, this
Sheila,
is
if
Michael.
you could call back fast.
Hey, Michael.
This is what we've been talking about in the last few programs, especially.
Judy's the
When
best.
you use the words, you use pretty much all the words, the memory factor, and like today we're talking about aggressive. You were aggressive in everything we're talking about, being aggressive and being persistent.
And I'd like to throw in another word that I think is really important too, and that's being assertive. It's kind of like goes hand in hand with aggressive, but I like the word assertive better, because aggressive sounds kind of confrontational, like oh my gosh. But I think that without assertiveness, you really can't get anywhere. And it's it's kind of the balance between being too aggressive and being too passive. You're assertive. You tell them what you want. You do it in a nice way, and chances are you're going to get what you need.
Judy, before we go off the air, I hope you come back again in the very near future, because there's just so much that and maybe you could elaborate on certain skills the next time.
Absolutely.
We can come back often and just elaborate.
You blew my mind when you
4 years
spoke
ago,
to you
yeah.
about when you went to your trip to Alaska. Remember you told us
right.
about your trip to Alaska?
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
two
I need to
people
take
like hear
another
about that
cruise soon
one.
here.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But that was a great thing, telling about your trip to Alaska and how you got off the plane. You went to Seattle. You went downtown. That was amazing.
It was a lot of fun, and I just want to thank you for the opportunity to just tell a little bit. There's so much we do at Lighthouse, and this is just a little bit. I just scratched the surface of the types of skills that we.
I like the way you did it. You put it all in context. That was great.
Let's put the phone number again. People call Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Please give us a call at 407-898-2483. And just say that you'd like to learn more about us, and they'll get you to the right person.
Let's say the phone number again.
It's 407-898-2483. And if you're one of these techie people, like the one I'm married to, you might want to go to lighthousecentralflorida.org and read about us. We have a blog there. We're on Facebook, Twitter.
And to all our sighted people
Should they
listening
ask
to the
for you,
show,
Judy?
they might have someone who they know is visually impaired.
Right.
So the sighted people should tell some of their friends or family that if they're visually impaired, Call the Lighthouse.
I like what she said. Just come down and just take a little tour.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Lynn, you had did you, were you asking me something?
I forgot what I said.
Okay.
What did I say?
That's okay.
But she'll want to talk to her. but
Oh, yeah.
we didn't have
Well,
the
I
time.
didn't give her enough time.
We're going to go
yeah.
to break.
Okay.
No problem. Well, thanks, you guys.
You're
Well, thank you for
welcome.
coming on, Judy Mathews.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you,
guys have a
Judy.
great evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Oh, I know what it was. They asked for Judy. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's Judy Mathews. Look.
She's a Wonder Woman.
Not everybody
She
can be
is.
like Judy
Right,
Mathews.
Charles?
Not
That's
everybody
right.
can be like Judy Mathews. Not everybody can be like
Right.
Sheila Young. But we're talking about people that could try, and I use the word try, to be something like them. Judy Mathews, born blind. Sheila Young, as you know, was not born blind, but they both have tremendous memory. We'll talk more on the other side of the break. Stay tuned for Blind and Beyond.